Most people have unused or expired medications in their medicine cabinets and don't know how to get rid of them properly. Doddridge County Sheriff Deputy Tammy Satterfield says just flushing them down the toilet is a big mistake. She says to bring them into the sheriff's department so that they can be disposed of properly.
We have a drop box. It's called a drop box at the Doddridge County Sheriff's Department. And daily we can take in prescription medications or, again, any medications that is left over at people's residence that is being unused, to get it out of the homes, away from young children.
Doddridge County is one of many counties that has a secure drop box in the Sheriff's Department. Even if you can't drop your unused or expired prescriptions to the Sheriff's Department, deputies will come out to pick them up.
We have elderly people that doesn't have transportation to get the drugs to us, so we will even volunteer to go out to their residences to pick up the prescription medications, to get it out of the home so it doesn't end up in the wrong hands of people.
In addition to the drop-off and pickup programs, Doddridge County also participates in the National Drug Take-Back Days at different locations in the county twice a year.
The big thing with the sheriff of Doddridge County now is kids and the teenagers of our county is the most important thing to us, and protecting them is our main job. We have lots of jobs and all of us wear lots of hats, but the kids in our county are our top priority.
If no medicine take-back programs are available in your area, you can go to disposemymeds.org to find the nearest location. Reporting in Doddridge County, I'm Alan Clayton. Residents lined up at the Women's Club in Pennsboro Friday night, upset and tired of waiting in line, claiming organizers didn't have enough staff to log names to vote.
Which there's only one person signing people up, taking that information, because the defendant's attorney wouldn't allow it any other way. So then after we sign up, then we just hang out until they tell us it's ready to vote.
Voting was scheduled to start at 5 o'clock, but hours later, residents said they didn't know when or if voting will start. They also said the ballots could have more than 40 names on it.
I personally have left a message for Judge Sweeney. My husband, who is the chair of the Ritchie County Executive Committee, has left him a message also, as well as some of the commissioners, that this is a terrible way to run an election. And most people that I've talked to are resolved to stay till it's over. However they vote, they're planning on staying till it's over.
I feel that they just want people to go home and not vote. You know, we have a lot of elderly people here, handicapped people, and they can't stand out in this cold. You know, and people's got kids. The fire department here in Pennsboro was nice enough to open it up so people can get in somewhere and be warm.
Many residents said they want to see the Pennsboro racetrack and fairgrounds put back into use and made accessible for everyone to enjoy year-round. Reporting in Ritchie County, I'm Alan Clayton for 12 News.
We've got our ESC set up. We haven't fully activated it yet. We've activated it to the admin level. We've got our phone bank out. We've got our computer network set up. We've got our television feeds, whatnot, so we can watch what's going on throughout this incident.
And what we're worried about is that, you know, we don't want somebody to be telling everybody the runway's clear in another state. We want somebody saying the runway's clear because they see that the runway's clear because they're there at the site.
He does presentations to students to remind them that to make the right decisions before they go out and do anything that might harm them. And he focuses on alcohol because that's how he got in trouble.
It's so very important to have this new housing option for students. One, to modernize our housing facilities is a great recruitment tool and a great retention tool. Our students here on campus definitely deserve this. And also, too, we've grown exponentially in the last year with 400 new freshmen coming in this year, and we're expecting just as many, if not more, next year.
Pretty much anything, as long as it's within limits. We're here for maybe a TV, we're here for clothes, toys, especially for my kids, a little bit of everything.
You learn a lot how to prepare yourself in different circumstances, and it's very important to be able to see how to read the weather that they're forecasting so that you can prepare for it. It's very fascinating.
But we're proud to be in this community to help raise funds for the Morgantown High School Band. Is one of the largest parades in the world, and it's a once in a lifetime for students, the marching band students, to get a chance to march in such a prestige parade.
Also new at 11, Libyan students at West Virginia University held a vigil this evening in the free speech area in front of the mountain lair. The vigil honored U.S. Ambassador Christopher Stevens and the 3 other Americans killed in an attack on the U.S. consulate in Benghazi. The students held posters expressing their grief, and they condemned the terrorist attack. One Libyan student says Stevens actually had helped Libya when it needed help badly.
For many reasons. First of all, Mr. Stevens helped us a lot. I mean, he stood with Libyans, especially in Benghazi, during our liberation period.
These Libyan students say Stevens was a guest in their country and should have been better protected.
Let's get right to our new video this morning. Our cameras were on the scene overnight as fire consumed a Marion County home.
That's right. It started about 10:15 off of Tulip Lane in Pleasant Valley. It took about an hour for firefighters to get the flames under control. No one was home at the time of this fire, but the house was badly damaged. The fire is still under investigation. In fact, we will bring you new information as soon as we know more.
Chief Beach says he shot 19-year-old Scott Sorge after Sorge pulled a knife on him. Some residents at tonight's City Council meeting expressed their concerns for public safety if Beach were reinstated, and others if he were not reinstated.
It is not safe here without Officer Beach. Not everybody in this town feels that he should be fired. You can't let the loudmouths basically speak for the whole town, because the whole town does not feel that way.
I think that he is in a powerful position. I think that he let his job go to his head. He carries a gun, he's allowed to use it, and he took advantage of his ability to be allowed to use it.
Council discussed the matter in executive session this evening and then voted to reinstate Chief Beach.
The National Rifle Association sponsors Women on Target classes. This program is for new and beginning women shooters to learn the fundamentals of firearms and gun safety. Instructors say it's very important for these women to learn how to safely handle a firearm.
This is a wonderful program that empowers women. It shatters myths and the fears and the stereotypes that are out there. It makes them understand that a firearm can be a tool just like anything else. They can have a great time with it.
Ladies were able to learn things like how to safely store a firearm in their home or automobile, what makes up a firearm, and how to go out to a range and safely shoot a gun.
This is the one you've been waiting for. The winning numbers for what we understand to be the second largest Powerball jackpot in history, $550 million at last report. Here are the winning numbers: 5, 16, 22, 23, 29, and the Powerball number is 6. Let me repeat that: 5, 16, 22, 23, 29, and 6 is the Powerball number. Good luck to you. Hope you won. West Virginians were out this evening hoping they'd win and strike it rich with their last-minute ticket purchases. Cashiers at the Go-Mart in Clarksburg and the BFS in Bridgeport said lines were nearly out the door between 5 and 6 o'clock this evening. We talked to some ticket buyers to find out how they'd spend all that money.
Finish paying for school, finish going to school, and then give my kids the most wonderful Christmas they've ever had.
I would retire from work, and I'll give some to charity and to the church, and I'll try to help out as many people as I can.
A new car, a new house, and go away from West Virginia.
Pay off my bills, buy some land, and a nice house.
Whoever wins, if I don't win, I just hope someone wins from West Virginia.
We mentioned that the jackpot is $550 million. If tonight's winner opts for the lump sum payment, he'll walk away with a cool $360 million after taxes. At a Shop with a Cop event this evening, businesses in the Star City and Granville areas donated enough money to make Christmas dreams come true for about 85 kids. Each child received $100 to spend and shopped with a cop. State Trooper Meredith says this gives them a chance to spend some time with the kids and to encourage them.
It's just a chance for we as law enforcement to get out with the kids and kind of spread the holiday cheer and give them a chance to go pick out some presents.
Trooper Meredith says some of the favorite items tonight were anti-gravity jump boots for the boys and baby dolls for the girls.
The band is trying to raise money for a trip to the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. A large crowd came out to support band and the players. Globetrotter Tyrone Hollywood Brown says they enjoyed helping out.
But we're proud to be in this community to help raise funds for the Morgantown High School Band. It's one of the largest parades in the world, and it's a once in a lifetime for students, the marching band students, to get a chance to march in such a prestige parade.
If you want to help the band, head over to WBOY.com for more information.
Some were at Walmart last evening where doors opened at 8 for what some are calling Black Thursday. Now, there was talk of a nationwide Walmart walkout of Walmart employees, but that didn't stop shoppers from lining up for a chance to score all of those low prices.
Pretty much anything as long as it's within limits. We're here for maybe a TV, we're here for clothes, toys, especially for my kids, a little bit of everything.
Now, after Walmart, Smar says that her family was headed to other stores on Emily Drive, then over to the Meadowbrook Mall.
Former West Virginia University wrestler Mike Wojcik came back to Morgantown this evening to share his story about how alcohol changed his life forever. Wojcik and a friend were involved in an ATV accident in 2008, just weeks before he was to start his dream job of teaching and coaching. Wojcik suffered a traumatic brain injury and was in a coma for 3 months. His father shared his son's message about the effects of alcohol.
He does presentations to students to remind them that to make the right decisions before they go out and do anything that might harm them. And he focuses on alcohol because that's how he got in trouble.
Wojcik started a Think Before You Act campaign to show how alcohol has permanently affected his life and to help people make the right choices when they consume alcohol.
New at 11, an accident on Route 50 in Harrison County slowed traffic for a while. It happened just after 7:30 on the Route 50 and I-79 overpass towards Clarksburg and sent 3 people to the hospital. The accident sent those 3 people to the hospital as Clarksburg police say a white sedan rear-ended a dark-colored SUV. Police say the driver of the sedan was transported to UHC and 2 people in the SUV were also transported. We have no word on their conditions.
Gracious welcome from Company 13, the Cassville Volunteer Fire Department, just outside of Morgantown here in Monongalia County along Route 7. Let's find out a little bit more about the department right now.
We got started in 1949 is when the department started. We actually didn't get a truck until 1951. It was a 1951 Diamond T, and that was the only thing we had until 1976. And then we got a mini pumper. Back then we had probably 30 members. But we shared gear. We knew the guys that worked midnight shift and the guys that worked day. We couldn't afford to buy gear for everybody, so we shared.
Sharing is not limited to gear. The department shares its title with 2 different locations.
When the department started in 1949, it was called Scotch Run Fire Department, and that came all the way from down at Mon River all the way up. And as it went on, there was other departments come in, and Osage had a fire department. Granville come in, had a fire department. So it kind of ended up where Cassville, but due to an older gentleman who was in our department, Mick Farley, we kept it a Scotch Run.
Whatever the name, the department sits along Route 7, a road with a lot of traffic and a lot of
wrecks. A lot of wrecks on Route 7. We have a lot of trucks on Route 7. It's very busy through here. Probably, I'm going to say probably 70% of our calls is wrecks.
Company 13 in service and ready for the next call.
I've learned how to canter, how to trot, how to steer, and the diagonals.
Young Madison may be learning the proper techniques of riding a horse, but here at Valley Ridge Farm, kids are getting more than just horseback riding lessons.
There are many children out there that want to learn how to ride, but they don't have anywhere to do that, and so we've created a program that is sort of like 101 on horses, you know, just a very thin saran wrap layer of education, and the kids love it.
The Pony Pals program is an interactive class that teaches children how to ride, but also how to take care of the animals.
The responsibility of caring for the horse and their equipment and knowing the horse and creating a nurturing compassion and a lot of self-esteem that goes along with this program.
After their ride, they have a classroom phase for about an hour. Parents we spoke with say they think it's important to get their children interested in these types of activities at a young age.
First of all, that she's in contact with animals. Second, that she's outside in the nature, that she's not inside compared to other sports that you can do them. And I feel that it's a good communion between a human being and an animal.
Fridays this month, we've traveled to western Preston County to visit the Newburgh Volunteer Fire Department. Let's find out a little bit more about the department right now.
Newburgh Fire Department was incorporated in March of 1946. Well, the building's still there. It's a little one-stall garage downtown next to Chuck's store, and they bought a 1946 Chevy front bumper, which we still own.
And from a humble beginning, the department eventually moved on and expanded to a fleet of vehicles that covers a large territory.
Our first due area covers about 34 square miles, and it's out towards Gladesville, out towards the other side of Birds Creek, over to Route 50, up to Highway, up next to Tunnelton, and over to Victoria, and we had joined Thornton Fire Department down towards Arntown, what's called Arntown.
The department recently fell on hard times, but with LaRue's help, they are back and better.
I love it. I love it. It's just a little tiring. The biggest thing, I retired a year ago, and I haven't done a thing that I want to do. I'm here 24/7 pretty well.
And service and looking for volunteers. The Newburgh VFD.
You leave the kids at home on Friday nights at the Wow Factory.
They're at home with Dad. This is a girls' night.
Friday nights are sometimes ladies' nights and wine and design. It's a time for busy moms to come together and enjoy a little me time.
I think it's important that, as just being a new mother, my baby's not even 12 months old yet, that you take some time for yourself, just to relax and enjoy yourself. I think it's important for your relationship with your husband, and it also probably makes it more special when you come home to your baby.
Just because the kids aren't here doesn't mean they're not on our minds. You can make holiday crafts with handprints or my craft, making a birth plate to hang in the nursery.
Step 1, painted blue. I'm getting a lot of extra help here because I'm not a great artist. We're going to be adding some symbols and letters and doing a whole lot of personalized stuff, and then it's going to go in the kiln, and we'll see how it turns out.
Of course, kids are allowed every other time of the operating hours. It's just a little break for Moms in Motion.
We have a lot of moms that come in during the daytime with their young children, and I think, you know, they have a really good time with their kids, and almost every mom that comes in with their kid will say, like, I've got to come back without my kids, you know, because it'll be so fun.
Cartersville VFD was formed back in 1963, just down the road from its current location. Chief Steve Mealy has been at the helm for 16 years.
We have 184 square miles. We cover either First Due or Mutual Aid. We go over into Rock Cave, Banks District Fire Department over that direction. We go down into Braxton County to Bulltown, that area. And then we travel north to the 96. We travel with Weston Fire Department and down to the 83.5 at the Braxton County line on the interstate. So it's quite a large area.
And up to recently, covering that area with just a few volunteers. But that's about to change.
There hasn't been a lot of us until recently. We had a real lack in membership for a while, and here in the last 2 months we've gained 14 new people. So we're working on revitalizing ourselves again.
Like other departments, the derecho in June and more recently Superstorm Sandy show just how important they are.
Tons and tons of trees down, wires down everywhere. It was pretty tough. It took a while for things to get in motion, for any assistance to get around the area or anything. And then this latest storm, as well as the first one back in the summer, we handed out food, MREs, stuff like that, water to the folks, and just tried to do the best we could.
In service and ready for their next call. The Walkersville VFD.